Well, hey, welcome back to Chai Bricks, and today we are deciding who is the GOAT, Messi or Ronaldo. Now, judging by the jersey, you probably know where my bias lies, but don't worry, today we're not debating the real-life football or soccer legends. Today we are deciding which LEGO version deserves the title of GOAT, greatest of all time. Now, with the LEGO World Cup sets coming out May 1st, I have here set number 43011 and 43012. And today we are going to put them head to head and compare the build experience, the overall design and display value, and of course the minifigures. And at the end, we'll tally it all up and determine once and for all who is the true LEGO GOAT. Will it be Messi or will it be Ronaldo? Let's get into it. All right, so I'm not very far, obviously, into the Messi build, but the building experience has been awesome. I mean, check this out. You have all of the little Easter eggs of the different clubs that Messi has played for. And then at first I was like trying to figure out what is this thing with the little horns. And then all of a sudden I realized, is that a goat? Has this already been decided for us? All right, haven't gotten too far on the Ronaldo build, but just saw something interesting that might make this a little bit spicy again. Do you see what I see? Yes, that is another LEGO GOAT. Looks like the debate for the title of true LEGO GOAT rages on. Also, for any Ronaldo fans, do you know what this is or what it represents? Again, I apologize, but if you happen to know, let me know in the comments. All right, here are the final builds, and I gotta be honest, both of them are really, really good. I kind of like this style, this size of a diorama, but there's also a lot of action and movement happening here. And for the pieces, for the amount of stuff you're getting, it's $30 US. I think that's a pretty fair value. So yeah, I like it. Plus you get really, really great minifigures. Obviously one for each set, which we'll take a look at here later. But that's not why we're here right now. We are here to officially decide who deserves the title of LEGO GOAT. So let's get into round one, and that is build experience. For the building experience, I will say this was actually way more fun and interesting than I expected. There's a lot of studs not on top or snot technique, especially for the base. There's a lot of really interesting shapes, as you can kind of see throughout this base that you get to put together. And you're kind of building top and sideways and backwards and stuff like that. So it actually was like a really enjoyable build. There's nothing repetitive at all in this. So it does keep you pretty focused, pretty interested in kind of what you're doing. I do really like a lot of the colors that are used. It does make it a very fun build. My favorite part is probably these sub-assemblies back here. Let's see if I can pull this one out. So that you build these little structures or houses. I love all the details with the trees and the windows. And again, all of these colors are Easter eggs because they all point to different clubs that Messi has or is playing on right now. And so it's really cool just to be able to see that in the background. I just think it looks really cool. It was fun to build and then place on afterwards. So yeah, I would say this was a really, really, really good building experience, especially for a 10 plus age set and for $30. I mean, this was really fun. All right, for the Ronaldo set, again, this was also a really fun build. There's a lot of interesting techniques. Again, the stud's not on top. There's some really interesting part usage in there. There are some Easter eggs in the base, kind of like the Messi set, but they aren't as interesting. They're a little bit more subtle, so really not as fun while you're building it, but it is a nice little nod to them. Yeah, the colors on this though really pops. It's a very vibrant build, which to me is a lot of fun when you're building something. I especially really liked the how these wedges, the shapes kind of click in there. Oh, it's just so satisfying when that is such a perfect fit. There's a lot more rounded edges and kind of this blue water, which is pretty cool. I like it how it clashes with the colors. I will say it's a little bit less of an interesting build than the Messi set when it comes to kind of the background. This is a lot of terrain, which is done with little tiny pieces, and you're kind of just placing the little pieces directly onto the main model. So instead of little sub models, you're just putting little tiny pieces on, which again, nothing wrong with that. It just kind of, I don't know, feels a little bit more tedious, a little bit more time consuming, kind of messes with the flow, I guess, of the build. But overall, again, this was a really enjoyable set to build. Now, both of these sets were actually really fun to build. I was surprised by some of the interesting building techniques that both had, as well as the details and the Easter eggs. It just made it like a really fun building experience. but one did it just a little bit better than the other. And so the winner of round one is Messi. Messi wins round one. He is up 1-0 over Ronaldo. But we are going to round two, which is all about the overall display value. When it comes to display, I think that this does a really nice job of kind of capturing a lot of movement and action. I especially like the colors. I think it just fits Messi, it fits Argentina, right? You kind of have his like club colors in the back, the giant 10 with the gold and light blue and the black. Like it's really nice. It's a good inclusion. I'm glad they did that. What I do like about these sets is that the goals are a little bit angled, which kind of gives off a little bit of a cartoonish or just a really more dynamic kind of look, which I actually think looks really, really good on something like this. It just kind of keeps things moving, keeps your eye kind of moving. I especially like the pink blur for Messi. Again, the nod to his current club is really nice, and again, it's just a nice little touch for his most famous moves of just dribbling around everyone and shooting with his left foot into the back of the net. These sets come with these little like plaques in the front, which are kind of cool. You kind of build out the name Messi here, and then you have this little plaque with his picture and kind of some of his stats, which I can't quite exactly tell what these are up close. It looks like maybe the top one is speed, the second one, I don't know, maybe like shooting speed or skill or something like that, and then the last one looks like just his maneuverability, being able to dribble around things, which is at 100, which makes sense. So but yeah, I almost kind of like it without the plaques there, but obviously I'm going to show it to you with the plaques. Let me just show you what it kind of looks like without. So I do kind of like it like that, but it is a little bit it is a little bit more bare in the front, so it is interesting to have something there. But yeah, I think for a display item like this is pretty good. Now, one of the interesting things about this one is that the shape of it it's very unique. Again, not bad. I feel like it's kind of cut out here, and then the sharp shape over on this side. Again, not bad at all, but it is maybe a little bit awkward, maybe just different. I don't know. I'm still kind of getting used to it, I think, a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. All right, when it comes to display, this one just pops. I mean, the bright colors, the bright green, the bright red, the yellow, the flamey orange, the blue azure color. I mean, this thing just pops. There's not a whole lot going on in this one, maybe even compared to the Messi one. Again, the terrain in the back is fairly simple and doesn't really draw any attention, and then there's really nothing going on over here minus the flame up here, but I think that's okay because of the bright colors. It actually is kind of nice. Like you don't really want to have a whole lot going on there. Again, the goal does kind of bend up and down, but it's kind of left at an angle. You can't put it any more forward, but again, I think it's supposed to be like that. It looks really cool. It looks really dynamic. The CR7 looks really nice with the colors. The one thing that, again, I can't tell if it must be on purpose, but when you see like the back of these, like the 7 actually like sticks out more than the C and the R. So it pops up, or it's a little bit closer to you if you're looking at it from this way, which maybe it's supposed to be like that. I don't really know. Anyway, you can kind of change it around maybe like this or like this, and so now it kind of like looks a little bit more even. But hey, again, it's nothing wrong. I think if you do want one to pop out, it's probably the gold 7. So yeah, anyway, it looks really good. Again, you do have the little plaques in the front. I really don't like this one as much. Again, I know I'm a Messi fan, so I don't really care about that as much. It's kind of angled facing up, so if you're kind of looking at it from a flat version, like you can't really see it, which is interesting. But again, it is nice. It's nice to have something there. You can easily, again, it's Lego, so you can take things apart. You can do whatever you want. Again, removing them looks nice. You can kind of see a little bit more of the detail, but then there's really nothing going on there. So it is kind of nice to have those. And again, here, let me show you what the plaque is. So again, speed, pretty good. Shooting skills, I'm assuming is what that one is. 100%, that makes sense. And then obviously the dribbling or maneuverability looks pretty good. So yeah, it's a really, really nice display model. It pops, it gets your attention. And we didn't even talk about the best part yet. That's this flame orange fireball behind Ronaldo as he's mid bicycle kick. I mean, it is just so cool. I mean, look at it up close. I mean, you can pose him. You can, have the ball going top net, like whatever you want to do. It is so cool, so dynamic. It's such a great display item. Again, with all of the color, with the red, the green, the yellow, the blue, everything is bringing your eye right into the middle where this action is taking place, and you got Ronaldo there. This is such a great display item, 10 of 10. Now, both of these sets make great display items. You can have them together, separate. I mean, they look great. However, I think the winner of round 2 wins by a landslide. It's not even close. It's Ronaldo. I mean, this set just pops. The colors, him mid-bicycle kick. Again, I love all the details with the Messi set, but I mean, Ronaldo gets the equalizer. It is now 1-1, and we are going down to the third and final round, which is all about the minifigures. All right, we'll start off with Messi. This figure is amazing. I mean, I just love how crisp and clear everything is for the printing with his jersey, those blue stripes on it. Oh, it looks amazing. You got the dual molded legs with the gold 10 printed on the shorts, and then you have gold and blue printed for his socks and shoes. I mean, just amazing detail. Coming along on the side, you also see his shoes and the shorts printed all the way up to the top. Just really cool. He's a captain band. You'll see Ronaldo does as well, but yeah, that's a really cool inclusion. On the back, again, great printing with his name, number, nothing down here, but you can't really do that. And then this is the side that just really blows me away. I mean, for one, it's really cool to see a tattoo sleeve on a Lego figure. But yeah, the way they got that and the details just look so good. I'm just like really impressed with this minifigure. So fun to see Messi in Lego minifigure form. And of course, I have to say this is a 10 of 10. No pun intended. And not to be outdone, here's the Ronaldo minifigure. And again, really great minifigure. I love how crisp the printing is. The gold on the 7 for his jersey, as well as on the shorts, looks really nice. He has the toe printing and even like a little representation of flesh color, like for his knees on that side. On the side here, again, this is what's amazing. I love the little like cleat printing, and then the CR7 on his shoes. It's like, oh, that's so cool. He also has a captain band on the back. Pretty basic, but again, it's a pretty simple jersey, right, for Portugal. But I do really like how the gold for Ronaldo and the 7 is pretty metallic and kind of catches the light, is pretty reflective. So I think that's just, again, really great printing. Nothing too different on this side of him, except, again, you do see the CR7 on the side. I just think that's so amazing detail. Again, this is his facial expression when he is either scoring a goal or maybe he's just really focused on his bicycle kick, but he also has another facial expression if you turn his head around. There we go. And this, I just think, looks a lot like Cristiano Ronaldo, at least for the face. Maybe it's the big eyebrows, but the cheekbones, and the smile, something about it just looks a lot like him. So yeah, again, I think this is just a really great minifigure. Well, this is a tough one, because on one hand, the level of detail on Messi is insane, and on the other hand, the facial expression for Ronaldo looks exactly like Ronaldo. But the thing that's going to put one on top of the other for me is that extra level of detail. So, today, once and for all, we are deciding who is the true LEGO GOAT, and the winner of the title LEGO GOAT goes to Messi. Of course it's Messi. He's the LEGO GOAT. He's the GOAT. Now, of course, I want to hear from you. Do you think I got it right? Do you have another opinion? Let me know in the comments below. And just for fun, if you are Team Messi, subscribe to this channel. If you're Team Ronaldo, like this video, because later on, like I always do on this channel, I'm going to break these sets apart and build something new, something creative, fun, awesome, and show it here on this channel. So you don't want to miss that. Again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy building.